they had and the people they loved. They get weaned away. That's the way I put it. Weaned away. And slowly, the earth part of them burns out, burns away. And they slowly go indifferent to what's going on in Grover's Corners. They're waiting. They're waiting for the internal part of them to come out clear. Some of the things they're going to say maybe hurt your feelings, but that's the way it is. Mother and daughter, husband and wife, enemy, money and miser. All those things kind of go awful pale around here. But what's left when your identity's gone, Mrs. Smith? Oh, well, there are some living people. There's Joe Stoddard, our undertaker, supervising a new made grave. Oh, and a Grover's Corners boy who left town to go out west.
Good afternoon, Joe Stoddard.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me see now. Do I know you?
I'm Sam Craig.
Gracious sakes alive, of all people. I should have known you'd be back for the funeral. You've been away a long time, Sam.
Yes, I've been out over 12 years now. I'm out in Buffalo doing business. I was in the West when I heard news of my cousin passing. Thought I'd combine things so I'd come see the old home. You look well, Joe.
Yes, can't complain. Very sad journey today, Sam.
Yes.
Yes, I always say I used to supervise when a young person is taken. They'll be here any minute now. I had to come here early today. My son's supervising at the home.
Old Farmer McCarty. I used to do chores for him after school. He's the lumbago.
Yes, we brought Farmer McCarty here a number of years ago now.
There's my Aunt Julia. I forgot. Of course.
Yes, Doc Gibbs lost his wife 2-3 years ago now. About this time. Today's another pretty bad blow for him, too.
That's my sister Carrie's boy, Sam. Sam Craig.
I'm always uncomfortable when they're around.
Simon.
Do they choose their own verses much, Joe?
No, not usual. Mostly bereaved figurers.
Doesn't sound like my Aunt Julia. There aren't much of those verses since she's left now. Now, where are my mothers and fathers?
Over at the Craigs, Avenue F.
He was organist at church, wasn't he? We used to say he drank a lot.
He'd seen a peck of trouble. Nobody was supposed to know about it. Took his own life, you know.
Or did he?
Hung himself in the attic. They tried to hush it up, but of course it got around. He chose his own epitaph. You can see it here, but it ain't a verse exactly.
They're just notes of music, Joe. What is it?
Oh, I wouldn't know. It showed up in the Boston papers at the time.
How did she die, Joe?
Who?
My cousin.
Oh, you didn't know? She had some trouble bringing a baby to the world. Just a second, though. There's a little boy about 4 years old.
And the grave will be over there?
Yes, there ain't much more room over with the Gibbsies, so they're opening a new Gibbs section over on Avenue B. You'll excuse me now. I can see they're coming.
Who is it, Julia?
My daughter-in-law, Emily Webb.
Road up here must have been awful muddy. What'd she die of?
In childbirth.
Childbirth. I'd forgotten all about that. Wasn't life just awful? Wonderful.
Wonderful, was it?
Simon. Now remember.
I remember Emily's wedding. Perfectly lovely wedding. I remember her reading the class poem at graduation exercises. She was the brightest girl to ever come out of high school. I heard Principal Wilkins say so time after time. I called on them just before I died at their new farm. Perfectly beautiful farm. On the same road that we lived on.
Yep, right, smart farm.
I always liked that hymn. I was hoping they'd sing a hymn.
Hello.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, Mother Gibbs. Emily. It seems thousands and thousands of years since Papa remembered that was my favorite hymn. Oh, I'd wish I'd been here long. I don't like being new here. How do you do, Mr. Simpson?
How do you do, Emily?
Mother Gibbs, George and I have made that farm. It's just the best place you ever saw. We thought of you all the time. We want to show you the great long drinking cement for the stock. We bought that out of the money you left us. I did? The legacy you left us. Mother Gibbs, don't you remember? Why, it was over $350. Yes, Emily. Well, there's a patent device on the drinking fountain so that it never overflows and never sinks below a certain line. It won't be the same to George without me, but it's a lovely farm. A lot of people don't understand, do they? No, dear, not very much. They're sort of shut up in little boxes. I feel as though I knew them last 1,000 years ago. My boy's spending the day at Miss Carter's. Oh, Mr. Carter, my boy's spending the day at your house.
Is he?
Yes, he loves it there. Mother Gibbs, we have a Ford too. Never gives any trouble. Mother Gibbs, when does this feeling go away of being one of them? How long does it? Dear, just wait and be patient. I know. Look, they're finished. They're going. Father Gibbs is bringing some of my flowers to you. He looks just like George, doesn't he? Oh, Mother Gibbs, I never realized how troubled and how in the dark live persons are. Look at him. I loved him so. From morning till night, that's all they are. Troubled.
A little cooler than it was. Yes, that rain's cooled it off a little. It's always the same with those northeast winds. If it isn't rain, it's a 3-day blow.
But, Mother Gibbs, one can go back there, into living. I feel it. I know it. Why then, just for a minute, I was sitting there, and my baby was on my lap plain as day. Yes, of course you can. If I can go back there and live all those days over again, why not?
All I can say is, Emily, don't.
But it's true, isn't it? I can go back there and live again.
Yes, some have tried, but they soon come back.
Don't do it, Emily.
Emily, don't. It's not what you think it'd be.
But I won't live over a sad day. I'll choose a happy day. I'll choose the day I first knew I loved George. Why would that be painful?
You not only live it, but you watch yourself live it.
Yes.
And as you watch yourself live it, you realize the things that they down there don't know. You see the future. You know what's going to happen.
Yes. And is that painful? Why?
That's not the only reason why you shouldn't do it, Emily. When you've been here longer, you'll see that our life here is to forget all that and think only of what's ahead and be ready for what's ahead. When you've been here longer, you'll understand.
But how can I ever forget that life? It's all I had. It's all I know.
Emily, it isn't wise. Really, it isn't.
But it's a thing I must know for myself. I'll choose a happy day anyway.
No. At least choose an unimportant day. Choose the least important day in your life. It will be important enough.
I can choose a birthday at least. I'll choose my 12th birthday.
All right, February 11th, 1899. Do you want any special time of day?
Oh, I want the whole day.
All right, we'll begin at dawn. Remember, it had been snowing for the past couple of days, but it stopped the night before. It started clearing the roads. Sun's coming up.
Why, there's Main Street, and there's Mr. Morgan's drugstore before he changed it, and there's the livery stable.
Yes, this is 1899, 14 years ago.
This is the town that I knew as a little girl, and there's the white fence that used to be around our house. Oh, I'd forgotten that. I love it so. Are they inside?
Your mother will be coming down soon to make breakfast.
Will she?
Yes, and you remember your father had been out of town for the past couple of days. He came in on the early morning train.
No.
Yes, he'd been back to his college in Western New York to make a speech at Clinton.
Why, there's Howie Newsom, and our policeman. But he's dead. He died.
Morning, Bill.
Morning, Howie.
You're up early.
Been rescuing a party. Down by Polish Town there. Darn near froze to death. Got drunk and lay out in the snowdrifts. Thought he was in bed when I shook him.
Why, there's Joe Crowell.
Good morning, Mr. Warren. Good morning, Howie.
Children, Wally, Emily, time to get up.
Oh, there's Mother Gibbs. I didn't know she was ever that young.
You can come and dress by the fire if you'd like, but hurry. Good morning, Mr. Newsom. Woof, it's cold. Yeah, 10 below by my barn, Mrs. Webb. Think of it. You keep yourself wrapped up.
Mama, I can't find my blue hair ribbon anywhere.
Just open your eyes, dear, that's all. I laid it out for you special on your dresser. If it were a snake, it would bite you.
Yes, yes.
Good morning, Bill.
Morning, Mr. Webb. You're up early.
Just been away to my college in New York State. Been any trouble here?
Been rescuing a Polish fella. Darn near froze to death he was.
We must get it in the paper.
Wasn't much.
Papa.
Good morning, Mother.
How did it go, Charles?
Oh, fine, I guess. I told him a few things. Everything all right here?
Yes, can't think of anything that's happened special. Been right cold. Howie Newsom says it's 10 below over to his barn.
Well, it's colder than that at Hamilton College. Students' ears are falling off. It ain't Christian. Paper have any mistakes in it?
None that I noticed. Charles, don't forget, it's Emily's birthday. Did you remember to give her something?
Yes, I've got it right here. Where's my girl? Where's my birthday girl?
Charles, don't interrupt her now. She's slow enough as it is.
I
You see
can't.
her at breakfast.
I can't bear it. They're so young and beautiful. Why did they ever have to get old?
Good morning, Mama. Well, now, dear, a very happy birthday to my girl and many happy returns. There are some surprises for you on the kitchen table.
Oh, Mama, you shouldn't have.
But birthday or no birthday, I want you to eat your breakfast good and slow. I want you to grow up and be a good, strong girl. That in the blue paper is from your Aunt Carrie. And I reckon you can guess who brought the postcard album. George Gibbs must have come over in the cold pretty early. Right nice of him.
Oh, George, I'd forgotten that.
Chew that bacon good and slow. It'll help keep you warm on a cold day.
I can't bear it. It goes so fast. We don't have time to look at one another. So all that was going on, and we never noticed. Take me back, up the hill, to my grave. But first, wait, one more look. Goodbye, goodbye world. Goodbye Grover's Corners. Goodbye to Mama and Papa. Goodbye to clocks ticking and Mama's sunflowers. Goodbye to food and coffee and sleeping and waking up. Oh, Earth, you're too wonderful for anyone to realize you. Do any human beings ever realize life while they live it? Every minute?
Only maybe the saints and the poets, but that's it.
I'm ready to go back. Were you happy? No, I should have listened to you. That's all human beings are, just blind people.
Look, it's clearing up. Stars are coming out.
Oh, Mr. Stimson, I should have listened to you.
Yes. Now you know. Now you know what it was to be alive. To move about in a cloud of ignorance. To go up and down and trample the feelings of those about you. To spend and waste time as though you had a million years. To always be at the mercy of one self-centered passion or another. Now you know. That's the happy